Hello, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is I've Got Guts, a podcast about living and thriving with chronic illness.
And all the things that take guts to say out loud.
We're here to talk about the hard stuff, the stuff that's messy, complicated, and often left unsaid.
From chronic illness to everyday life, we're creating space for honest conversations, real connection, and a lot of laughs along the way.
And just so we're clear, we are not medical professionals. We're just two best friends sharing what we've learned and what we're still figuring out.
So you don't have to do it alone.
Hello, everyone.
And welcome back.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
You know what?
And welcome to November.
Oh, it is November.
It's November.
And it's the day before my third egg retrieval.
Yay! Here we go. Third time's a charm.
Third time's charm.
I love it. All right, we're going to do thorns and roses. What do you want to start with, Room?
Thorns, because as exciting as this is, it's a little bit of my thorn this week.
All right, let's do it.
So we're going into our third egg retrieval. For those of you who aren't caught up on our journey, my very first egg retrieval, 1 egg, 1 embryo.
Wah, wah.
Right? Failed to implant. My second retrieval was pretty good. We got 11 eggs, 6 embryos, but not of the greatest quality. We did transferred our 2 strongest ones. They failed to implant. So we're on this road now. I have adenomyosis, so we added a whole new layer to the journey. So round 3, I have 14 follicles.
Yes.
So last time I had like 6, 7, and we got 11 eggs. So 14, I'm hoping that means we're going to get bigger number.
Yeah, you are. I feel it.
Yes.
I feel it.
And we've, I worked with Hannah, who's on a few episodes ago, and I've changed my diet a little bit. I've changed my supplements a little bit. I've changed my lifestyle a little bit. So hopefully all these little changes are going to lead to better embryos for us.
I know it's going to. I think it's like each time, it's like with anything, you're getting better. Your body's getting better with each.
But the thorny part of it is I have 14 very large follicles in there. So my ovaries are way bigger than they are supposed to be. And I am so uncomfortable. Like
when I got here, I could just see it in your belly. Your poor thing.
Oh my gosh. And the pressure it's putting on my low back. Like yesterday, I couldn't stand, sit, walk. If anything I was doing for too long, just like I was so uncomfortable. I could not find comfort. And I was, on the heating pad. I took Tylenol, and like the pain and my body, I feel like all the energy in my body is going to like making those follicles grow. So I was just like sucked dry of any energy yesterday. It was a really rough day for me. And I was so emotional. Like I literally was crying at everything. Like the dumbest commercial made me cry about like eczema medicine yesterday. Made me cry.
Hormones, they'll do wild things to our emotions.
I was like, okay, I can't call Anthony every time I cry because he's going to literally get 18 phone calls from me today. So I'm just going to tough it out. I think I only called him like once or twice.
Rome, you poor thing. But I mean, there was a glimmer of some happiness here. I mean, I arrived today and your Christmas tree is up. So, we're sprinkling some type of Christmas magic in this household.
I keep seeing this quote that's like, putting my Christmas tree up, can't hear the haters. My Christmas music is too loud.
I love it.
Listen, honestly, when you are going through it's hard to explain to people what I'm going through right now. Everything feels so heavy and emotional and like almost dark. It's a positive thing, but it's a scary thing. Like I genuinely just needed that burst of like, joy in my life.
And Christmas will do that. And your Christmas tree looks amazing. I did notice it's missing an item, though, that I do love.
Garland?
Yes, you had no garland on your tree. Who are you?
Won't let me. He said it looks old.
Oh, it's okay sometimes if you want to have a little bit of garland.
I'm going to go old school and get the actual tinsel that you like just drape all over the tree. That's like straight from the 70s.
Okay, that really is. I mean, garland is more like 1995, I think.
Maybe we'll try something new this year. Maybe I'll get some like beads or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? See where you feel led. You've got your tree up, and now you can visualize how you want to upgrade your garland situation.
I want to upgrade my whole Christmas situation in general. Like I'm feeling like I need some new decorations.
Ooh, should we go Christmas decoration shopping?
You know what I'm feeling jealous about?
What?
So Spirit Halloween has come out with Spirit Christmas, but is only in like 3 states right now.
Wait, Spirit Christmas?
Yeah. I want to go to, I saw somebody did like a walkthrough of it yesterday. I was like, I want that, and I want that, and I want that, and I want that. Like I wanted everything.
Spirit Halloween is really smart. This is brilliant because don't you feel like Halloween this year? People went all out with their lawns.
Yes.
And their crazy, insane, like blow-ups and like scenes on the front lawn. Like I've almost crashed a few times driving. I'm like, what is that? Oh my God.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy things this year.
Yeah.
I love though that people are getting more into the holidays.
Yeah, me too. Because you know what? Sometimes we all just need that brightness, right?
Yeah.
Things that bring you joy. It's important to funnel the energy
Latch
there.
onto them as hard as
Hold
you can.
it tight and get your tree up on November 1st. As Room's decorating her tree, Connor and I just hung up all our turkeys around our house.
I know. I love that you consider Thanksgiving like a season. Like, oh, it's turkey season.
I know. So I have my Halloween decorations and then I slowly transition. I take away the spooky stuff. I leave all the pumpkins, whatever. I've replaced the spooky like ghosts and witches and things like that with scarecrows and turkeys and harvest-like
I love
things.
that there's a process behind it.
There is. Sean's like, oh God, I get like this crazy look in my eye. I'm like, time to change over the decorations. Connor and I love it. And Sean's just like the one carrying all the stuff up and downstairs.
I sent Anthony a video. It's actually in my stories if you follow me on Instagram. And it's Michael Bublé. And he's like going trick-or-treating. And somebody opens the door and they give him like a basket of candy. And he slaps it away. And you hear, it's beginning to look a lot like, I'm like, yes, Michael Bublé, he's my spirit animal. I mean, really.
I love it. I love it.
All right. So that was a thorn / rose, kind of. So what's your actual thorn?
Okay. My actual thorn, you know what, guys? I just feel like the common theme of my thorns have been like toilets getting clogged and plungers. So
And sleep.
So those are just like, I'm just living in this thorny situation. So I do have to say, if you've listened, I don't know, a while back, I shared about how I was hosing off my plunger and cleaning it in the driveway.
Yes.
And my neighbor saw me.
Can't forget that.
So I did learn, and I have a new strategy of cleaning my plunger in our new house.
I like this for you.
I want to do a plug for that. But my thorn is that right before Halloween, so the day before, and we have friends coming over, you stop by room, like you need a working downstairs toilet.
Yeah.
Yes. No, granted, we have a bathroom upstairs, but the toilet, Connor, I don't know what he's got eaten these days, but he is clogging that toilet.
And he's proud of it.
He is. I'm in there plunging. I used my brother's plunging technique. I did all the plunging that I could, and this toilet is clogged. But then it's like, I didn't know, is there more going on with the toilet? Is it the pipes? Like we need to tap into a plumber. So kind of throw out, like text some people I know, some connections, got some quotes. There was one dude who wanted to charge me $350 to come and unclog my toilet.
Yeah. When you told me that, I was like, what?
I'm like, what is this? So now it's Halloween, right? It's Friday. It's Halloween.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like 4:45. I'm like dialing up plungers, just not plungers.
Plumbers. Dialing up plungers.
Not the plungers, the plumbers. Do you see it's all just going together in my mind. So I found a great plumber who only charged me $100 or $150 to come on over. And he came with the industrial snake thing. I was like, oh boy. And he's like in there doing all the stuff. My bowl flushes.
What did he find?
Such fierceness. Now, he didn't actually say what he found, but he did say that there was quite, like when you look at pipes, like the design of it, the plunger can only go so far. This clog was right where the pipes curve, and it must have just really been building up. So we could have plunged our heart out, and we were not unclogging this. Yeah. So he was great, came in with that industrial snake situation, got it done, and we've got a great flush and toilet. So my thorn turned into a rose. And now I have a wonderful plumber who came on a Saturday.
Right.
Didn't charge us extra. He was such a great guy. And he was just basically like, he's a one-man show. He's got a couple guys who help. And he was like, if I can come and help you, it takes me 15, 20 minutes. Why not?
Okay, we're going to need his number just in case we ever have an emergency here.
You got it. I'm blanking on his name. No, I'm not. His name is Anthony.
Oh, that's a great
name. I'm blanking on his last name, but I will share that with you. Okay, so that was my thorn.
All right. It's not a bad thorn.
No, it's not.
I did freak Connor out a little bit, though. I'm like, it probably just needs to be snaked. And he looks at me, he goes, what do you mean by snake?
They actually bring a snake over and release it into your bowl. It goes down and it eats up.
Like, when I explained it to him, he was like, okay. But I still think he was a little bit like on the fence about it. Also, I think he's so proud that he's clogging these toilets. He didn't want them to be unclogged.
And you know what? Sean is kind of blaming Connor's digestive tract, my digestive tract. But I do have to say, in our old house that was built in the 50s, we didn't even own a plunger.
Yeah.
It was, I think the pipes and just how they were built then were different. Sean brought that up. I'm like, okay, so you've been blaming my digestive tract and Connor's, but realistically, maybe it's just these pipes.
Yeah, they don't make anything to last anymore.
Right. Or the design of it. Who puts a little crooked hook right where there could be a massive clog?
Exactly. Because they're rushing to build these houses.
Right.
So they don't do it thoroughly.
I know. So, all right, let's do some roses.
My rose is that yesterday, granted I wasn't feeling well, but I had the whole entire day to just do what I needed to relax. Like I just had a me day and I needed it so bad. Like last weekend was great. My brother and my sister-in-law were here. I love that, but it was literally like go, 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 boom, 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 no time. And I was just like feeling the heavy, then going through this week on stims, like working Halloween week, and I had a field trip this week.
Oh, at Wickham Farms. When you called me, I was like, it wasn't raining that day.
No, it was a beautiful day. And honestly, everything went smoothly. It's just like, as a teacher, like the pressure of a field trip, like making sure you know where each kid is and everything's going smoothly. And did I do all the right things?
And then you're also like managing not only the children, but then the parent volunteers and the people who work at the place where you're bringing your kids. Like your responsibility just
And I have a layer of like, not everybody in the outside world understands my class, and like having to explain to, like, I had to like go up to one of the farmers and I was like, we need to go on the wagon first. And she was like, okay. So I come back over and one of the parents goes, how much did you pay her? I'll chip in. The waiting was so hard. Like the waiting for, oh my God. And then there's like this farmer talk, and we skipped that altogether because we couldn't handle the farmer talk. But combine that with like Halloween, and it was a hefty week. So yesterday was nice. And then Anthony came home and we did put our Christmas tree up. And I do have for all of you listeners out there who have cats, let me just tell you about something. So I have a problem every year. My cats go into my Christmas tree. Like they're fascinated by it, and they will like climb into the depths of it, and you'll just see eyeballs poking out. And I have some feelings about my ornaments.
Yes. Like you don't want any of them broken.
They're very special to me. So we got this like cat donut tunnel thing, and it acts as a tree skirt. And you put it under the tree, and it's a tunnel. So the cats can still see the lights through the tunnel, and it's like they can hide under the tree, which is what they want. And I'm like, this is going to look so ugly, but it's actually really cute.
It's adorable.
And so far, not one cat has been in the tree.
I love it. And you know what I noticed too? It just gives it elevates your tree.
Yes.
It does. It's almost this cushy red situation. So we'll have to share a picture.
The tree skirt just kind of like hangs over the metal bars and like you're adjusting it constantly. This is a nice situation.
It is. I mean, I don't have a cat and I could see buying one, but just spinning it so I can't see the hole with the snowball thing hanging.
I think they do make them for like just normal tree donuts, I think they're called. And you can actually get really nice like wicker looking ones.
Oh, so we did get a couple years ago, we got it looks like a tin, silver tin.
That's kind of,
and I love it because it's firm and it's not like this loosey-goosey skirt whipping around.
Yeah. We're moving away from those things of the past.
We're up-leveling our holidays.
We're leveling up. All right, Rim, what's your rose?
All right, well, my rose is I got reunited with my thoracic surgeon, Dr. Carolyn Jones. Yes, I'm swooning over my thoracic surgeon. I love her so much. I had my endoscopy with her, and this is where she was going in, taking a look, and she was sedating me to do the manometry swallow test.
Just so glorious.
Yep. And then she said if it was tight, she was going to go in and do the balloon dilation, only if it looked tight. Well, we know of course you needed tighter than tight in there. So she gave me a nice dilation. And I have to say, yes. So this is just like box that is checked for me. Okay, got this test done. I have my barium swallow this coming week. And then I meet with her to discuss like my new treatment plan for my achalasia. So there's just like a lot of feelings going into this appointment. I have to tell you, Room, the whole vibe at this thoracic doctor's office is just next level. The care. I went in, the nurse was lovely, like got me cozy, got me a warm blanket, chit-chatting with me, get me all set up. Everyone was lovely. Even the nurse who came in and did my draw and like got my IV set up. Just you felt good. Then before I'm cracked out on anesthesia, Dr. Jones comes in and she peeks in. She's like, Lauren, I'm in between. You're next. I'm just finishing up one more endoscopy and then I'm coming to you. I wanted to check in. How are you doing?
What the heck?
Big smile. And she looks, I'm like, Dr. Jones, I wanted to hug her, but I'm like in a bed.
Yes, I wish every doctor could do that.
And we just chatted a little bit. And then I did see her briefly, but right as they're getting me comfortable because it's really hard to put me out under anesthesia or just get me to go out under anesthesia. So they give me like nausea meds and then they give me Benadryl. And then it's just like a very slow process.
Yes.
So I'm a little woozy. So I did remember talking to her a little bit, but she was just such a bright spot. And I was saying after she left, I said to the nurse, I'm like, she's really unique. She's really rare. The level of care and just her energy and the vibe. She's like, I know. We are all joking. Like, we hope she never retires. I'm like, don't even use the word retire.
But from what you told me, the nurse remembered you from 7 years ago and gave you that same level of care.
Yes. Tammy is the nurse practitioner and she's like keeper of the drugs. She like gets you all set, make sure you're comfortable because it is. They're putting a scope down your esophagus that's already
dilating,
doing the manometry, putting that thing up my nose,
For everyone who's listened to our podcast, you know how we feel about manometries, worst tests in the world, but you had a pretty decent experience.
I did. So they sedated me and she did the endoscopy, took biopsies, did my balloon dilation, then inserted it. So I'm totally out. So they woke me up.
Right.
And Tammy, the nurse said, she's like, some people don't even remember this part. I'm like, please don't remember. But I do remember feeling the pressure in my throat, waking up. And I remember them being like, swallow. And then I didn't. And then they're like, don't swallow. And then I swallowed.
Natural reaction.
In my mind, though, was that really happening that way? I'm not sure. I don't know.
But I feel like I'd rather be like, have hazy details of it than be like fully alert and like so on edge, like your whole body's tense. I have to sing a very specific Michael Bublé song in my head to get through it. Next time I'm going to be like, I'm not doing it ever again unless you sedate me.
Yeah, right. No, and I'm like, is this new? Especially for any listeners that have any motility things going on and your doctor does have you go for a manometry. She's like, it's not new. She's like, it's new-ish. She's like, if we know you're an established patient of ours and we're giving you an endoscopy anyway, why aren't we going to sedate you? It just makes sense. And she's like, you can request that. So that's really good for people to know that you can advocate and request that if you do want light sedation during it, even if they weren't planning on doing an endoscopy.
Right.
So,
here's to hoping I never have to have a manometry test ever again in my life.
No, absolutely not. So it was that was my rose. And then I did something a little wild after.
You did. You recorded a whole video.
So here I am, had anesthesia in the morning, like 9:00 a.m. And I woke up feeling great, I guess. And I've shared that I've developed a course that I am sharing with the world to help people with chronic disease and illness, use what they can control, which is their mindset, right? And I have a free little mini course that I created and this Mindset Lounge community. And I've been trying to be thoughtful of how I'm sharing this with the world. Rome, do I not just do a video, post endoscopy, post anesthesia? Sean comes home. He's like, did you just record and post a video after you've been on anesthesia? Sure did.
Sometimes those are our best moments.
So my rose is just this hilarious, really long anesthesia day. And
you texted me that night and you were like, Room, everything was great. So the next morning I text you, I'm like, oh my God, Room, everything was great. And you're like, what are you talking about?
And I'm like, it was a great day. It was great to see Dr. Jones, but I don't have any answers. You thought I had answers because I'm like reporting to people I had answers. No, I was just happy I saw Dr. Jones.
This was so rosy for you that you actually said to me, you're like, Room, do you need a thoracic surgeon for anything? Because I really think you should go see her. I'm like, let's hope I do not need a thoracic surgeon.
I know. I'm like, you're right. I don't know why I just suggested that, but this is just I just want you to meet her. Maybe you should come with me to my next appointment.
I'll come with you.
I'll be like, hi, this is my special my special advocate, I'm
going to be like, you should listen to our podcast because we've given you like 800 shout outs.
Oh my gosh, maybe we could have her on.
Okay, that's a great idea, actually.
Right. Stay tuned, everyone.
Stay tuned.
Let's see. I'm going to unpack this.
All right. Let's get into our episode today. This is a fun one.
This is a fun one. I am so pumped to welcome someone very special to the podcast hot seat today, my friend and colleague, Kaylee, who I teach with. And I should add, she is someone who has also been an incredible supporter of our podcast since day one.
Yes, Kaylee, we are so happy to have you here with us. We are excited to highlight your story and experience with chiropractic care, something that neither Lauren or I have experience with, but we have heard of the many benefits.
Yeah. So, Kaylee, I know you've been raving about this for a while. So take us back to the beginning. What first led you to consider chiropractic care?
Well, let's see. If I go all the way back, I've had, I guess, what I would call like a bad back since high school. I did gymnastics for years, and I think it really took a toll on all of my joints, but especially my lower back. So I suffered with that for a long time. And then fast forward to my first pregnancy, which would have been like 2013, 2014. And I felt so good. It was the best my back had felt. I had no back pain. I thought, oh, he cured me. This is fantastic. And then after delivery, it was worse than ever. So my OB had first recommended like, oh, it's probably from abdominal muscles getting stretched out and separating and all of that. Just like a weakened core in general. So I did all of the PT for that. I did every abdominal exercise they recommended and tried all that, and it just would not go away. And I happened to know my chiropractor from high school and decided to give it a try. I thought, well, it couldn't hurt. So I went to see her. She sent me for x-rays and actually found that there were like old stress fractures, probably from gymnastics that had been aggravated by pregnancy.
Oh, wow.
So while he was in there, he was like supporting my back. And then once I delivered him, it really opened those back up. So I started treatments way back then. I guess it was like probably late 2014 or early 2015 to just stabilize those stress fractures. You obviously can't have like casts or anything like that. So stabilize all of that and reduce the inflammation. It was super inflamed, and that's how I got started.
Ooh, that's crazy. Usually you hear people saying that pregnancy gives them back pain.
Right. Yours is like the opposite. Oh, Hudson healed you.
That can't be like medically possible, but in my mind, yes, he was like supporting me there or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow. So you've been doing this for about 10 years now.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
That's a really long time.
Yeah, that is a long time. So a lot of people hear chiropractor and they instantly picture getting like aggressively cracked.
Okay.
Well, that was me. That was me. I'm like, oh, how many times are they cracking you?
Yes.
What was your first experience actually like, and did it surprise you?
It very much surprised me. So I thought it would be aggressive cracking. And I actually I was not scared of that because I, like, Lauren's probably seen me do it. I constantly am cracking my knuckles. I'm cracking my neck, like all the time. So I thought it would be great to be aggressively cracked by a professional. But it was so far from that. Like, there is one part of my spine that she will crack, but it is not rough. It's not aggressive. Like, I actually feel a huge relief almost immediately when she does it. It's kind of right between my shoulder blades. Okay. But that's particular to me and my needs. I don't know if that's part of everyone's treatment. I don't think my husband gets cracked there even. Right. So it's just particular to your needs. But yeah, it's just that one spot that she cracks. It's not painful in any way. It feels great, actually. The rest of it is so different. So I don't know if you want me to like talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Like when you walk in, like, what are we going to expect? Because I feel like after this and seeing how you are, I feel like I want to give it a try.
It's so, okay. I've said this to Lauren before. It's so hard to explain. And I will not get any of the technicalities right. But so she always starts with, it's called applied kinesiology, I think is what it's called.
I've heard of that.
It's basically just like muscle testing. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
We've been talking about muscle testing.
Oh, we did just talk about muscle testing.
We're wondering what it is. So this is perfect.
Here we go.
Perfect. Okay, so a chiropractor would be able to explain this way better. But basically, they use your muscles to kind of provide feedback for any imbalances that you have going on. So that could be like internal imbalances, like organs, or it could be actual like structural misalignments and things like that. So you walk in, you lay down on the table. Usually you start on your stomach. And she'll do some testing there and adjust you and then flip over to your back. But I wish I had like video to show you this right now. She'll tell you like, okay, stick your arm straight up. You're lying on your back. Stick your arm up and don't let me push it down. And so you have to resist against her. Or it might be put your leg up to tabletop and don't let me push it down and you have to resist. And you as the patient don't really feel anything, but she is so in tune with that she can tell any small little difference in your muscle. And then she might make a slight adjustment to how she's testing. So she'll like have you put your hands over your adrenals or over your thyroid or over a part of your digestive tract, or she'll push behind your ear, behind your neck, or on top of your head. She'll touch or push somewhere and then retest. And it is the coolest thing to see. Like she might have me put my hands on my adrenal glands and then all of a sudden my leg will just collapse as she tests against it. So she knows that those are off.
Wow. This is so crazy.
I'm not explaining it well, but it is the coolest thing. Like you're so confident. Of course I can like hold my arm up right now. And then she'll touch behind your ear and your arm just goes.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
It's really funny. And so then that feedback tells her what needs to be adjusted in your nervous system.
Right. Wow.
It's really cool. And then from there, she'll go on to make those adjustments that she needs. Or sometimes if it's like internal imbalances, she'll do adjustments, but then she might say, this is a supplement that I think would be helpful for that imbalance. And so it's kind of a combination of like the manual adjustments and other suggestions that she has to be helpful.
Okay, like stuff within your lifestyle, things that you're eating, taking, doing too.
Yes, yeah. She is so knowledgeable about like diet adjustments, supplements that you should take, even like behaviors and practices like standing on a grounding mat or different routines for deep breathing and things like that. So the adjustments themselves are not typically cracking. It's really light, gentle things. So she'll do the muscle testing and then she might just kind of, it'll feel like massaging one little spot along your spine or some joint. Or she uses this activator, it's called. The kids call it a clicker because it's like, it almost looks like a big syringe, but it's not liquid. It's like just all metal, and they'll click it on some nerve or area of your body just to provide that input. But it's very, very gentle.
Hey, this is like easing my mind. Like in my mind visually, I was
picturing like WWE moves.
Yeah. Or like when they take your head and they're like, okay, hold your breath or breathe. And they're like,
no, it's literally like, okay, like one of your legs is like 2 inches shorter today. So I'm just going to tug here and then I'm going to flip you over and like activate this part of your back. And then you literally hop off the table and like feel taller and more relaxed. It's unbelievable.
Wild. It almost reminds me a little bit of Reiki in a way.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, except that she touches a little bit. It's more of that just energy work, but it seems kind of similar in a way.
And this aligns so much with all the holistic things we've been talking about. Like I never would have put those pieces together, like chiropractor, holistic, but it really is the way you're making it sound, the way she talks about supplements and diet and things like that. That's really cool.
It's really cool. She can tell so much from what seems like nothing when you're sitting there on the table.
Right. Yeah, that's so wild. And how long does the session usually last? Is it like an hour or?
No, it's actually pretty quick. So if you're going for like initial appointments and she's doing full testing of everything and she doesn't know you yet, it could be more like half hour, 45 minutes. But for just my routine appointments, it's like 15 minutes in and out. Really quick.
Geez.
Yep. Yeah. My one son and I go together. And so usually I'll make like 3:45 appointments and we're out of there by 4:15 for both of us. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that is so amazing. I feel like that is my other thought, right? It's like scheduling time to go and do this when we're all already very busy, but that is really short and sweet. That's awesome.
Really short and sweet. Yep. And you feel so much better so quickly, which is great.
Well, that leads me into my next question for you is what are some of the biggest real life differences you've seen in your body, your energy, or just your overall health because of it?
Okay, so many over 10 years. So I'll try and think of like some of the main ones. Well, one that is particularly applicable to this podcast, I would say, is digestion. So I do not have like achalasia. I don't have any of those major diagnoses that either of you have. Oh, Steph, I totally know what yours is called, and now I can't think of what it is.
Gastroparesis?
Gastroparesis. I don't have any of those diagnoses, but I have had, just overall poor digestion. It seems like my whole life. So I might go a couple of weeks without going to the bathroom, lots of bloating, pain, discomfort. Went to multiple gastroenterologists, and it was always, like you guys have talked about, like, oh, well, maybe you just have like a sluggish bowel. It's a muscle and yours just isn't strong. So take Colace every day. And then, oh, no, wait, take Miralax instead every day. So I did, that for years. One gastro told me I was probably gluten intolerant, quote unquote. So don't eat gluten. And I didn't for like 5 years, only to find out that wasn't actually an issue.
Right.
So chiropractic, I think, has massively helped my digestion where other suggestions had done nothing for years and years. So through that muscle testing, she was able to find food intolerances that I actually did have.
What? Really?
Yeah,
that's wild.
That is super wild. So she can have you hold like little vials of whatever the stimulus is. So say it's like wheat. She has like a little glass jar full of wheat. Ooh. And you hold it and she'll do your muscle testing. And, if your arm flops over, you might have an intolerance to wheat or any variety of things. She has a whole basket full of all of the more common intolerances. But so she was able to identify foods that I should eliminate. And that was super helpful. But in addition to that, like actual physical adjustments that she makes help my digestive tract so much. So she is able to align your spine and your nerves in such a way that everything can just function better. But then there's also there's valves in your digestive tract that can get, blocked or closed up or not functioning properly, and she adjusts those. And I'll be laying there and she can just put her hand on parts of my stomach and you hear my stomach start to gurgle and work. It's unbelievable. And she over the years has taught me how to adjust those valves myself. So now I can do those at home. I know how to test for if they're not working right, and I can adjust them myself at home now. So through all the years of learning from her and having her adjust me, I go to the bathroom almost every day now.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
And if I'm having a not great week, within a couple of hours of seeing her, I go to the bathroom. So it's really very helpful to my digestion.
I gotta go. I'm sold. That's just sold me.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, it's not often I'm speechless. I feel like my mouth is open and I don't have words coming out of it. That is amazing. That is amazing, and it's simple, right? And it doesn't involve medicine,
right?
Or prescription, right? And
it involves kind of listening to your body,
right?
Yes, finding out what the actual cause is rather than just, everyday Colace and Miralax and those things, and then having no relief. So,
right.
Another big one, I guess I would say, besides my low back pain, which I do not have anymore, would be my stress levels. Mm-hmm. So I have definitely a background of anxiety and depression and don't love taking medication. And even when I have, it seems like, okay, this one works for a few months and then now I've got to try another one because it's not working anymore, and all the different side effects that come with that. So she has been able to find, more root internal causes of the anxiety, like how your digestive tract is so involved in anxiety and depression, how your adrenals can be so involved in that. So like she was able to find adrenal fatigue being a big issue for me and tell me a supplement that would be helpful and what adjustments are helpful and other behavioral things that I had mentioned before. Like, have you ever heard of a grounding mat?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My Reiki master, she told me to get one. I never did, but.
Yes. Yeah, especially where we live, because I guess you can actually do the same kind of thing by standing barefoot in the grass. I'm sure you've heard that one before.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
But that's only good for like a couple of months where we live. So
right. It's ice, frozen, snow, Arctic here.
Like, no, I'm not going to go barefoot on the Arctic. But I just have the grounding mat in our bathroom and I'll stand on it while I get ready in the morning. So things like that have really, really helped with anxiety symptoms for sure.
That's so amazing. That I am almost speechless about how impactful this has been for your whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought before, and I'm sure most people, when they hear a chiropractor, don't think like digestion and stress would be the two biggest ones you would name.
Yeah.
It's crazy for me because all of my issues stem from a doctor nicking my vagus nerve, which is like the biggest nerve in your whole body. So like when you keep saying it's like it's helping your nervous system, I wonder how much it would affect me because I have a broken, the main nerve in my body is broken. Like now I'm super intrigued by this.
Oh, yes. My chiropractor talks about the vagus nerve all the time.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we are going to be having your chiropractor on the podcast, which will be so exciting to hear from her. But what is the name of her practice? She's in Canandaigua for any local listeners, Canandaigua, New York.
Yes, she is. So she is Dr. Maggie Benham Welcher. She was married recently, but she works and is co-owner of Chosen Spot Chiropractic in Canandaigua. And through the years, they have added quite a lot of doctors because people go and love the practice so much that they have needed to expand. Maggie is actually on maternity leave right now. Oh. So I see another chiropractor in their practice who is equally as lovely. And I have seen other doctors in the practice previously who maybe specialize in maternity or postpartum or children or things like that. My husband and one son see the male chiropractor that is there. So they are all wonderful. We've worked with several of them, but Dr. Maggie is who I started with.
Now you just mentioned like your husband and your boys go. What made you start bringing them and what changes have you seen in them specifically?
Oh, yes. Okay. So my oldest son actually started going when he was probably just a couple of months old. So I, like I said, had started seeing Dr. Maggie shortly postpartum and would be bringing him with me. And it had come up that he had terrible acid reflux as a baby. He was on medicines, like right from the get-go, could not keep any milk down whatsoever. I cut out a whole bunch of things from my diet, trying to help him, and just nothing would help. But she explained how, birth is traumatic for us mothers, but it's also quite traumatic for that little tiny infant coming into the world. So they often are born needing adjustment because of the trauma that they just went through being delivered. So she recommended the co-owner of Chosen Spot Chiropractic, who specializes in maternity and postpartum and infant and children chiropractic. Mm-hmm. So I brought him to her. Dr. Melissa is her name. And she adjusted him several times early on, and his acid reflux was so much improved. Same thing happened with my second son a couple years later. Terrible acid reflux, got him adjusted, greatly improved. And they have gone more recently, I would say in the last 3-4 years, they've gone fairly regularly. When they were toddlers and young children. I didn't take them as regularly, maybe twice a year. But once they really started getting into youth sports, like they both play hockey and lacrosse and just, roughhousing or falling off playgrounds or all of that.
Boy things.
All those boy things. They have gotten regularly adjusted for several years now, and I see so many benefits for them. They are really healthy kids. Like I'm sure Lauren can attest to, I think my little one missed school maybe twice, and he's in 4th grade now, maybe twice for being sick, like since kindergarten. They are never sick ever. And I know that the chiropractic really can help benefit your immune system.
Yep.
I never get sick, and I really credit chiropractic to that, but I'm trying to think of other things that has helped the boys with, aside from just normal aches and pains from like youth sports, my little one had a really hard time night training. So right at 2, he was potty trained, no problem, super easy, but his little body was just not ready for overnight dryness. I'm talking into like end of 2nd grade probably. And I finally brought it up at one of his chiropractic appointments, and she immediately thought of like 3 things that could be causing it. Within maybe 2-3 appointments, he was dry overnight.
Wow.
Stop it. That's crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Yep. So that was like a cure for that in his case. My older son has ADHD and anxiety. Unfortunately, I think I passed that on to him, but being adjusted really reduces his symptoms. Again, because it's all related to your nervous system. So he, after an appointment, is always much more regulated for a couple of weeks after that. So those would probably be the 2 biggest benefits I've seen for them, aside from just like a great immune system. And they're so coordinated and athletic. I like really credit chiropractic for that.
Yeah.
I
got to tell you, I've seen in school, because I had her younger son, and we do in PE class, they do the pacer test, and both of her boys are always on. It's like the pacer test, for those of you who don't know, it's how fast you're running, how many laps you can do. These boys are at the top of the leaderboard. I have never seen the way Bennett runs that pacer test was unlike anything I've seen, but just very, just wild. They're very athletic, strong boys. So, wow.
And they're just never complaining of aches and pains or like being tired or feeling sick. Like a lot of their peers are, like get run down from how much youth sports takes up of their schedule nowadays. And they always are just able to go. I really think that part of it is the chiropractic, just really helping them to regulate. And then my husband has gone for years now too. I think he saw overall what an improvement it made to my health in general. I think the impetus for him going, though, if I'm remembering correctly, was old shoulder injuries that he had from playing hockey years ago. He played through college and had a terrible shoulder, I think from separating it like years before. And he had pain, all the time that I knew him pretty much, but his shoulder is great now after being adjusted. So he's been going for probably 5 or 6 years now, I would have to guess. But it's just really become, we all go like every 6 weeks now as just preventative care. Like it's just for us, like eating properly or exercising or taking your vitamins is just part of our routine.
Yeah. I love that.
My, Anthony is a mail carrier, and his body is always, he's suffering in some way, shape, or form, whether it's like a back spasm or a pulled muscle in his leg or knee pain. I feel like we're going to make a date night out of this. I mean,
okay, let's do it. We should get like chiropractic care, and then let's have dinner. Cocktails. We definitely need to. And you're right. So I have just terrible neck, shoulder pain always.
Oh, right.
and it's so tight. Like you can visually see how swollen and inflamed and tight it is on my right side compared to my left. And I'm in physical therapy. I go once a week, all year long. And she does like manual massage. I'm almost wondering, and it works and it helps, but it's still painful. Like when I don't go, it is even more painful. But when I do go to her once a week, it definitely alleviates. I'm just so interested to see what going to Maggie or the Chosen Spot would do for my neck shoulder pain. That's literally been ongoing for how many years?
Relieve your migraines a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, the migraine situation. Because for my migraines, I have my rescue meds, my elatriptyhan, and then I get Botox injections in my head and my neck for my migraines. Yeah. So it would be amazing to not have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, I definitely think it'd be worth a go. See what she can tell. It's amazing what she can tell. Just as soon as you lay down, she'll be like, "Oh, you look really tense today," or "You didn't drink enough water today." Like, just
it's like, how does she know? Is she
having a field day to me?
Is she in my head? What's happening here?
She's like, you haven't been drinking. She's like, you haven't been drinking enough water for like 4 years. So let's get on this.
You are severely dehydrated.
Yes,
it is so wild. It really is.
Wild. It sounds like I'm making these things up. So I can't wait for you to talk to Maggie and hear the why behind all of it.
Yes. And then we're going to go and share our personal experience. I mean, I feel like I'm sold on this.
I'm sold too.
Here's the thing. We're big proponents of like, I'll give anything a try. Like Reiki at first, we were like, what? They're going to heal our energy with our hands. And then we both did it. And it was like this life-changing experience. So why not try something else? If it can add to the relief that we're feeling, if it can help us even more, I don't see why not.
Why not, right? What do we have to lose at this point?
Nothing.
That's what I was going to say. Even if it's not like life-changing, it wouldn't hurt to go see if it is. So
And I think I'm glad you kind of debunked the whole idea of like the cracking and the bone, because it was like a fearful, I wouldn't even think about chiropractic care because I just didn't know, and I think when you know better.
My knuckles without like being terrified.
Right. And when you know better, you do better, right? So it's all about being informed. And that's why we are so grateful that you agreed to come on today, because I think stories are so powerful, and everything you shared, I think, is just really eye-opening, right? Mm-hmm. And then now to hear from Dr. Maggie, when we have her on, our listeners will get to have her perspective and more of that medical, scientific. But all of the stories you shared today are just so powerful. So we so appreciate it.
And you're going to have to share this grounding mat that you use. Maybe send us a link so we could share it with our listeners, because I know that's going to be a big question.
Yes. And what does it look? Okay, so just give me, what does it look like? It's just like a mat, and what's in it?
Yeah. It's probably, I don't know, like
the size of a bath mat?
2 feet by 1 feet. Yeah, it's thin. It's more of like a rubbery feel than a bath mat would be. And it plugs in, gosh, Maggie's going to be able to explain this better. It doesn't plug into the whole outlet. It plugs into just the grounding wire, which I am not an electrician and don't know which one of those that is. But so instead of the plug going into 3 holes, it just literally goes in one. Like the little circle at the bottom, not the 2 prongs. And you don't feel anything when you're standing on it. Like you're not feeling electricity or any kind of buzz or jolt or vibration or anything. But it's, I think, balancing, like, we are electric in some way too.
Yeah.
And forgetting, but we have like those currents running through us.
Yes, that energy.
Yes, that energy. So it just helps to balance that. But you do not feel it. Like you don't feel like you're getting a shock or anything as you're standing on it.
So cool. I got to try that.
Oh my gosh. So here, we're leaving this episode today with a new chiropractor, a grounding mat. What else should we do? And then dinner plans.
Do you know the brand of this mat, or is it like something you have to look at?
It was for sure purchased on Amazon. So I will send you guys a link.
Perfect.
My favorite and only store that I buy things from.
I know, right? Because it's just the ease, right? It is so easy. It is so easy in our busy lives. But Well,
Yes.
this made my heart so happy having you on, and I'm so grateful that we're both so grateful that you
shared your story with us.
First time, right? Being on a podcast?
Yes. I don't like to talk in front of adults typically. I like the 8-year-old crowd a little bit better. So, yeah.
Right. Well, thank you, Kaylee. You are the best. We appreciate you. And we're excited to have part 2 of this.
Yeah.
With Dr. Maggie coming on next.
Excited.
Yes, with the facts, with the real facts.
With the facts.
That'll be good.
Yeah. Leading with the story, tying it up with the facts.
Perfect. Thank you so much. It was so fun to chat.
Yes, you enjoy the rest of your day. All the youth sports that you have to go to.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And good luck. I hope his team wins today.
Oh, thank you. Right back to Connor, too.
Thank you. So, if you've been enjoying the podcast, the best way you can support us is by leaving a 5-star rating and a written review wherever you listen to your podcast. That really is the only way we can reach more people, grow the show, and keep having these important conversations.
Yeah. So go to our show notes or social media to sign up for our email list. It is the best way to keep up with everything we've been up to. Episode drops, avoid getting lost in the ever-changing social media algorithm, and you can follow us at I've Got Guts Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook.
And you can email us anytime at I've Got Guts Podcast at gmail.com.
See you next week.
Bye, guys.